Anyway, we went to Beverly Hills to get my ass some stage clothes.
After our friend's private screening.
Yes.
And we decided that we were going to go into this very specific store.
Yes.
And as we were walking around
because we were close, we were already there. We don't go to Beverly Hills to shop, but we were like, wouldn't it be cool if we found some stage clothes here now that we're here?
Yeah.
We're not really the Beverly Hills
aesthetic.
Yes.
At all.
I
did get a compliment on my jacket though, so.
Of course. So you
maybe
fit
for
in.
Some people.
You fit in.
Yes.
I look like this all the time. So
you look great.
Thank you. So we were walking around seeing the Beverly Hills aesthetic, and tourism is back, baby.
Oh, is it?
And we were naming people based on their looks alone.
Yes.
And that was fun.
Yeah.
Saw a couple take pictures in the reflection of a storefront window.
As we were walking.
Before we went to the store?
Yeah.
And after we came out. And I tried on different outfits.
Yep.
We had a nice conversation.
Yes.
We ran into another man who was currently on a different planet on Earth.
He was nowhere near any of us.
No.
Or had any idea what was going on.
No. Sometimes when you take it too many pop, fizz, fizz.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Yeah.
Not even that.
No,
I don't even
wasn't.
think it was that.
It was not that.
It was not Puff Dragons.
No, it was not.
It was pop, fizz, fizz.
Yeah.
It looked like... You know how you put Mentos in the 2-liter Coke bottle?
Yes.
And it shoots up?
Yes.
It looks like he had done that. Like he had swallowed Mentos and then...
held it in.
Covered his nose and mouth so it couldn't go out anywhere.
He looked like the after effect. The after effect?
After photo?
He looked like a goddamn zombie is what he looked like.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah,
kids.
man. Not those drugs.
Or don't do drugs in public.
Yeah.
Do drugs in a basement if you want.
The crazy
don't hurt
thing,
yourself. Don't hurt nobody else.
The crazy thing is that we were all at the checkout station together.
Yeah.
And he went to pull out his wallet.
Yeah.
And comes flying out his baggy day drugs.
Little baggy day drugs.
Yeah.
Little
drugs.
Little duffel. Little
Tiny.
Drug duffel.
And so I sat there and I stared at it for a second because I was standing behind you guys, right? So Mike is cashing out and this guy is standing next to him. And I'm standing behind and I watched this whole thing transpire. Now, mind you, he is moving the slowest
tortoise pace
you could possibly move.
You know when you have a riding lawnmower and there's two speeds and one is a rabbit and one's a tortoise? He's at tortoise speed.
Yes.
And timing is important in this scenario because
we hear the bag drop.
And we see the bag drop.
Yes.
But unless you're a goddamn snitch, you don't say something right away.
Right.
You say something once the bag has been on the ground for
30 seconds.
Sure. 2 happy birthdays.
Yes.
And then you say,
hey man. You dropped your bag, is what I said to him.
And then he goes like this.
The slowest.
Think about
hold on.
A castle. And think about the moat. Like the drop.
What did you say?
Think about being in another dimension, but the air is mashed potatoes.
What did you say?
So he's underwater and everybody else is regular above air.
Yeah.
And Zoya tells him that his little baggie's on the ground, and then he picks it up. And then his car got declined a bunch of times.
Yeah, twice.
And that's a day. And those are choices that you make. Dude, I read this book by a drug addict. He was a former drug addict. He's one of my favorite musicians, called The Book of Drugs by Mike Doty. And he was really fucked up on like heroin, I think. And he used to take, I don't know how you take heroin. I know you do needle drugs sometimes, and then I think you
can
snort heroin.
You can snort it.
And he was talking about sometimes the walk to where he would go pick up drugs was like, like 15 minutes there and back, because it was just down a couple blocks. And sometimes it would take like most of the day. And that's where I felt like this guy was at.
Yeah. It's really sad to see that, you guys. There's so many things that you can get help with, and, you don't need it. I have a client who, he's young, and he's in rehab again. And he's doing all of the things. And
young people like drugs because their parents tweet too much.
And
I think that's going to be the case, because I play video games a lot, and I play video games online. And there's a lot of babies growing up with their parent playing video games with them in the background. So there's going to be a lot of people on drugs in the future. Plus, Euphoria is the most popular show that there is. So I'm telling you, you got to be careful, because sometimes as you get older, you find that certain tropes are true. We have found that with almost everything we've ever heard about Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of things that you marriage is hard.
Yes.
Or marriage takes work. I'm trying to think of really like hacky things that have been said. So many good things are worth waiting for.
100%.
Drugs will fuck up your whole life is one of those things.
Yes, it is.
So do whatever you're going to do, but just know that
it's not worth
it. It could be too much too quick.
Yeah.
And just be careful.
Yeah. So going back to my client, he was like, I need to reschedule my appointment. He's like, I have a meeting, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, great. Yeah. And then I was like, how are you doing? How's everything going? How's AA? And he was like, really, really great, man. He's like, I'm 31 days right now. He's like, we're doing great. And I'm like, I'm so proud of you. I was like, just so you know, I was like, you do better without it. I was like, and you don't need that shit. He's like, thanks, I know. Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice. You love to see it.
Yeah, I do. But it was really sad. Like, even after, of course, I couldn't help myself but like stare at that guy, in the store.
Oh, very interesting.